I started weaving when I was at Winchester School of Art. That's where I went and did my degree. Weaving had the right mix of logic and maths and playing with yarn and colour. I guess I really love planning warps and thinking about what I'm going to put into it and what it's going to look like. You're making that cloth completely from scratch, and each part of those processes is really important, that you get it all right, that you get it all even and ordered, and the tension on the yarns is all correct. Because if anything's wrong, you'll have problems later on, so you can't rush any parts of that process, or you pay for it. Basically, it'll break, it'll have a weird saggy bit. Each of those individual threads will have been pulled through a heddle, pulled through a reed and tied onto the front beam before any of the weaving takes place. That part of the process is actually relatively quick. So when people say to me, how long did it take you to weave a scarf? Well, it's like, well, it might only have taken me a couple of hours if I've been really speedy, but the back processes to it will have taken days. And that's the reason why I will never weave one scarf at a time. I will always try and make the process as economical as possible. With this new range, it's followed through from some work that I was doing for Cambrian Mountains wool. I got a great appreciation for knitting, and I'd started knitting again after going to Making Matters. There was a workshop there for hand knitting, and I hadn't done any for ages. It slightly grew out of that, so I kind of got this handle for knitting again, and I love chunky cable knits like the Aran sweaters. And so it was like, how can I do that in weaving? The French knitting is quite an interesting inclusion because I very, very rarely have actually referred to it as French knitting. It's just too long a word. They have become my wiggles or the sausages. It's sort of symptomatic of the fact that these scarves are quite fun and quite playful in themselves. For me, colour is so important. It's really interesting looking at the way artists will blend their colours, and it's not a million miles away from how I would think to sort of blend yarns, and actually some yarns are already blended for you in a melange, and I love a melange. When I designed this collection, I designed all the colourways at the same time. I needed to have a good balance. But that was a really satisfying job to have to work through to get them all to sing in the right way, that all the colours just felt harmonious. It's just such an incredible thing that you can really create something with colour combinations that will really lift people's spirits. So I think wool is a really, really beautiful fibre to work with. It's definitely my favourite fibre, just because of the way that it finishes up. It's just such a versatile yarn. I love the way that the yarns will change when you wash them. It's exciting to see how it changes, and then having something that feels so lush and soft and cosy. I do see a scarf as being something that can really jazz up your outfit. If you're a little bit more conservative about what you'll wear, you might adorn your outfit with a very snazzy scarf, and that can be your way of adding a little splash of your personality without being too over the top. If you have a special scarf, if you've invested in a hand-woven piece, that does become a very special item to you and you want to look after it. It says something about your personality, and I know that winter is fantastic. I get my whole scarf collection out and I can choose which one I'm going to wear. It's always lovely seeing someone in one of my scarves. It's a very nice feeling knowing that they're being worn and they're being loved. I think I love bundling up in a scarf, and a lot of other people will get pleasure out of bundling up in scarves, and it just makes them feel cosy. There's a lot of love in a scarf. My wiggly whams.